Greetings, Steve Van Oostenbrugge here again. In case anyone doesn't already know, I'm the Executive Director for the Institute of Certified Professional Managers, ICPM for short. So let's get started, shall we? Let's be honest about something almost no one wants to admit. Office politics exist. They're everywhere. You can't avoid them. You can't ignore them and pretend they don't exist. If you do, that's basically the corporate version of believing the tooth fairy handles your PTO requests. Politics are simply part of how organizations work. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Office politics aren't automatically toxic. They aren't always manipulative. And they aren't always negative. Politics are simply how influence flows in the real world, not the org chart world. And for managers, navigating office politics with tact is one of the most important, yet most overlooked, leadership skills you can have. Today we're going to demystify office politics, explain how competent managers work within them, why tact is your secret advantage, and why having a certified manager or a certified supervisor certification matters so much when it comes to navigating the hidden world of organizational influence. Most employees believe office politics means drama, gossip, backstabbing, and alliances that feel straight out of a reality TV show. The research paints a completely different picture. Harvard's Rosabeth Moss Cantor showed as early as the 1970s that politics aren't about manipulation. They're about resource dependency and informal networks. Cotter in 1992 revealed that effective leadership requires navigating relationships outside the formal chain of command. And in 2010, London and MIT demonstrated that informal interactions drive performance more than formal policies. That means office politics is equal to how things actually get done. It's the hidden wiring behind communication. It's the informal influencers who shape decisions. It's the quiet negotiations that align teams. It's the unwritten rules that make the place run. And whether you like it or not, every workplace has politics. Good, bad, or neutral. Employees experience the effects of politics, but managers experience the responsibilities of politics. A manager must gain support for decisions, align with other departments, negotiate resources, advocate for their teams, diffuse conflict, handle resistance, and ensure the work actually gets done. None of that happens by email alone. Most of that happens through influence, through relationships, through the unspoken political system of the workplace. If a manager refuses to engage in politics, they don't look noble. They look ineffective. Ignoring politics doesn't protect a manager. It weakens them. Employees end up confused, unsupported, and vulnerable because their managers don't know how to advocate for them. Competent managers understand politics. They just use it ethically, not manipulatively. And this brings us to the part that most managers get wrong. Tact is one of the most underrated managerial competencies in existence. Most people think tact simply means don't be rude, but tact is much bigger and far more strategic than that. Tact is the ability to say the right thing in the right way, at the right time, to the right person, so the right outcome happens. Tact is political skill without manipulation. It influences without aggression. It's honesty without damage. It's transparency without chaos. A tactful manager can correct without embarrassing, disagree without insulting, negotiate without threatening, redirect without conflict, and influence without offending. Employees trust tactful managers because they feel safe. Leadership trusts tactful managers because they're predictable and professional. And colleagues trust tactful managers because they don't turn every disagreement into a dramatic showdown. Tact is how competent managers navigate politics without becoming political casualties. Employees feel the difference immediately when their managers understand both politics and tact. They're going to experience more clarity because their managers communicate carefully and effectively. Less chaos because problems are handled early, quietly, without explosions. More support because their managers advocate for them behind closed doors. Fewer surprises because tact prevents unnecessary conflict. Better decisions because the manager has influence in the right place. Higher safety because the manager protects the team from toxic crossfire. This isn't a theory, folks. It's backed by decades of research. Edmondson's 1999 work on psychological safety. Gallup's 2017 findings on supervisory clarity. Pentland's influence research in 2010. And much, much more. When a manager is tactful and politically skilled, the employee's work environment is more stable, more supportive, and far more predictable. Employees may not see the manager navigating politics, but they absolutely experience the results. Here's where everything connects. The certified manager and the certified supervisor certifications don't teach you how to play office politics, and they never should. Instead, they validate the core competencies required to navigate politics ethically and effectively, such as communication, leadership behavior, problem solving, organizational awareness, supervisory judgment, ethics, conflict resolution, and emotional intelligence. All of these competencies are directly tied to effective political navigation. Certified managers aren't the ones causing chaos. They're the ones quietly preventing it. A CM certification signals to employees and leadership that this manager knows how influence works. They use it ethically. They communicate with tact, and they can navigate political systems without losing integrity. That sets CM managers apart, not just as leaders, but as stabilizers of the workplace ecosystem. Office politics aren't a game. They're a reality. And competent managers don't ignore them. They navigate them with professionalism, awareness, and tact. And when a manager has earned their CM or CS certifications, it means their ability to lead, communicate, influence, and act with integrity has been validated. Not guessed at, not assumed, not hoped for. Validated. Employees feel safer, teams perform better, and the workplace becomes far less chaotic. Because politics don't disappear. They're simply handled by someone who knows what they're doing. And that is the power of a tactful, politically aware, certified manager.